Hey everybody, I have returned! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays The Binding of Isaac. We're gonna play as Isaac again, and you know what? If you don't like it, Napoleon, you can leave. I actually would prefer if you would stay, but allow me to explain my reasoning for why you should stay. Last run was like one of the best runs I've ever had in my entire life, and it was entirely due to some very, very aggressive play that we were able to make as Isaac. Well, not entirely due, because we did get like Polyphemus just on the first floor or second floor item room, which is just insane. You know, starting with a speed upgrade, not necessarily the same way. We'll probably re-roll this. If I end up losing a speed upgrade, that's okay. But to recap the last run first as we build a moment here. We did manage to become Guppy. I will take this. We'll probably not have many more opportunities to re-roll. And the money could make a big difference when it comes to going to shops, as long as we get enough keys to kind of, you know, satisfy ourselves. But, we became Guppy through some very, very aggressive play. We also had the mulligan along with it, and much to my surprise, I knew that, because someone had told me, that the mulligan, which allows you to create flies when you hit enemies, man, we're not even going to get a second reroll. That is crazy bad luck. Hopefully we just get an HP upgrade here. But the mulligan combined with Guppy, which also allows you to create flies when you hit enemies, it stacks. I thought it stacked in terms of the number of flies generated, but it looked like it also, or just, stacked with damage, which was absolutely goddamn crazy. I was killing enemies like a single fly would just fly into an enemy, and the vast majority of enemies would die in one hit. I am breathlessly explaining because I was so excited about the last run. It really was like one of the most entertaining runs I think I've ever had of all time. It was that, and it was exciting because I spent so much on deals with the devil that I very nearly got myself killed a couple of times. It was a good time, and I hope that we will come close to replicating that in some way this time. Of course, not every run can be like that. You know, you don't always get Polyphemus in your absolute second item room. You don't always have the opportunity to become Guppy. We got sort of lucky with that, even though I did commit very hard to it. Yeah, we'll take. I mean, we have to take the crate. It's not my favorite item in the game, but it's not my least favorite either. We'll take the pill as well. Teleported us to the secret room. And I'm not even going to spend any money in here, quite frankly. And then we're in the shop as well, which I can't really do anything with. I probably should have shot the fire in there, I guess. Let me pick up the key, and then we'll get the tarot card, which is the Hanged Man, and the Lucky Toe. And then I am going to go and walk on the spikes in this self-sacrifice room for a while. I don't think it's ever really paid out very nicely for me. But we can at least afford to get down to, you know, 2 health. And then we'll see if maybe we get a treasure chest as a result. Hey, we got a golden chest. Yes, I will open it because I earned it. And it's Sad Onion. Holy shit. That was an incredible turnaround and one that I was not necessarily anticipating. So Sad Onion, vastly increased rate of fire. I'm very excited about that. And we'll be able to snag all of our health. Notice I didn't pick up the Spirit Heart because I knew that I was going to go do that. So why waste the Spirit Heart? Might as well keep it around for later. So, Sad Onion, doubtlessly the best item that we picked up on that floor. We're still not crazy strong, but we are, you know, we've laid the foundation for a strong run now by way of this item. And we need to find our item room or shop or boss room as soon as possible. Obviously, this is the first floor where rerolls really take on paramount importance, because if we are able to get to a deal with the devil room, we want to have a reroll available to possibly choose something better. Now, it's been, again, a long time since I've gotten Mom's Knife. We have 8 cents. That will definitely, you know, approach making the shop worthwhile. It's been a long time since I got Mom's Knife, so I would love for that to show up. I know that, you know, there's a certain contingent of people out there that don't like when it shows up, but it's been tapered back, and not due to any, you know, conscious effort on my own part. I'm not going to open this golden chest. I just thought I'd check to see if there was any extra money. Yeah, not due to any conscious effort on my own part, just due to the random number generator deciding to take a break from Mom's Knife, and, you know, that's fine. It helps me get used to using other items in the game to still conquer it, and I think, you know, there's been a pretty reasonably high degree of success using those other items, so I'm happy about it, and I think I have earned a Mom's Knife opportunity if it at least shows up, but it seems to have been, I don't know if I'd say nerfed, but the rate at which it shows up seems drastically lowered. So, it's a small moment of truth here. Do we go to the item room, or do I go to the shop with this key? I think what I will probably do is, first things first, we're going to fight the boss. It's going to be famine, which is fine. And then I will, you know, we'll see if we get a deal with the devil here. If we don't, then we have a reroll available. If we do, we still might have a reroll available. And then I'll probably look for the secret room. And if the secret room is money and it gives me enough to get to 15 cents, I will probably prioritize the shop. There is 0 chance of greed showing up. And especially if I have a reroll, I can be reasonably confident that I'll get some item in the shop that will at least be useful to me. There's a lot of items in the shop where I don't take them anymore, largely because I love the D6 so much, and I think the D6 has so much value the longer you hold on to it. Get this out of there. Okay, so we did get the deal with the devil, kind of as expected, and we'll see what is contained within. Spirit of the Night, or we could go hard on these guppy items. I think we take Spirit of the Night, and I don't want to take, even if there was an item there, like, we could, or even if there was a better item, even if Mom's Knife showed up, for example, if I re-rolled that Guppy's Tail, I wasn't necessarily crazy interested in the prospect of it because it would leave us at half a Spirit Heart and put us in a very difficult position moving forward. Now watch there be like an HP upgrade in here. Squeezy, which I'm just going to pick up. And the reason I'm just going to pick up Squeezy is largely, okay, first off, the Tears upgrade is fine. But also the ability to have some extra Spirit Hearts to at least ensure my survivability a little bit longer. This is the thing with this has not been a particularly aggressive run so far. But if I continue to be a little bit aggressive in taking deals with the devil, then I really need to rely on HP upgrades showing up at some point, because if they don't, then I am basically just boned. Now, my damage is not superb. It is pretty good for the second floor, I would say. That's my opinion, at least. And I think it's backed up entirely by our rate of fire. Like, the actual damage that we're doing with our individual tiers is not particularly strong, but that's fine. Now, the fact that we got to go to a boss trap room is nice. It's basically a free item, and I very doubt that I will take damage, or I doubt very much that I'll take damage here. We will look quickly for our secret room, and then we'll decide on this item room and shop, a little quandary we've got going on here. And now, ideally, we'd get to like 20 cents, and then we'd be able to buy a key and go to the shop and buy whatever items contained within, and then we'll, you know, manage our rerolls effectively. Do we know what this pill is? It's another telepills, okay. Well, we'll shoot all the fire in here. It's going to be a pain in the ass because we have Spirit of the Night, but, you know, it's pretty much par for the course by this point. Hopefully we'll be able to snag anything worthwhile at all. Well, single penny. It's probably, you know, par for the course at this point as well, as 1 cent per 8 fires. We'll check over here, and hopefully it is here. It's not, or I set that way off center, but I think it's not. And I could have actually saved a key if I had known where the item room was first, or if I had one more bomb, but I don't. So, actually, we did pick up 10 cents here, which may allow me... I might as well shoot through both fires simultaneously. May allow me to buy a key on the shop as well. So I think the shop is definitely our #1 priority first, and we'll see what's in there. Hopefully a good item that I'm okay with buying. Coin purse is a tricky choice. I think I will go with it, and I'll save my reroll for the item room, whatever's in there. So we have 1 telepills, and then 3 wild cards. 2 tiers upgrades, okay. That's paid for itself, and then please, like, not a tiers downgrade. Luck up. Okay. That's fine. I'm content with this. And this is what I mean when I say that the picking up the sack of pennies on the first floor, you know, it's not like picking up a Polyphemus or a Quad Shot or a Mom's Contact or something like that. But you get some value out of it, particularly if it helps you go to like 1 or 2 more shops, get 1 or 2 more items. That's a really big deal over the course of the entire game. And you know what? We're probably going to take Guardian Angel as well. So it turns out, I don't even need this D6. You can take it away from me because I just take whatever items I find on the ground. There's some value in Guardian Angel, of course, as A, a familiar, and B, something that augments your familiars as well. Makes them a little bit better, both offensively and defensively, but I also like it because if we ever come across a deal with the Angel, which may actually be impossible now that I've taken a deal with the Devil, but if we ever come across a deal with the Angel, this means that Guardian Angel is less likely to show up, and if Guardian Angel... Well, I was thinking like I needed to use bombs there, but anyway, if Guardian Angel is less likely to show up, that makes it a little bit more likely that something like Spirit of the Night is going to show up. So, I am still hoping to use my rerolls as effectively as possible, of course. I haven't forgotten that I have the D6, but we got decent enough items there that I didn't feel like rerolling them. And then the reason I didn't want to reroll was so much because, like, on every single room, I was like, well, the next room could have worse items than this, because we didn't really know how to plan our attack accordingly, or at least I didn't know how to plan my attack accordingly without a map and a compass, etc., etc. Now we just don't have any keys, so it's very much become almost like a vanilla run to some extent. I really doubt this Demon Judgment is going to pay out for us, but, you know, I've got to try at the very least. So what I will do is, you know, whenever I get a little extra health, I will send it to him. I really do not want to give him Spirit Hearts because I cannot afford to give him Spirit Hearts now. I have enough bombs to possibly bomb my way into some kind of secret room, or even bomb my way into an item room or the shop if the secret room is adjacent to one of them. The secret room could be adjacent to the shop, or sorry, the item room here, actually. Probably not the shop. But I'll fight the boss first, and we'll see if I can snag something of value, and, you know, maybe there will be a deal with the devil there. I'm glad we're fighting Gertie, because unlike the last, or that was 2 runs ago, where we fought Gertie, and Gertie took, like, 25% of my HP, maybe even more, actually. On this run, it should be substantially easier for me to offer a pretty good fight against Gertie, because I do a little bit more damage. I actually shoot at a reasonable pace, and beyond that, I do have some bombs that I can drop to speed it up a little bit. But mostly, I just need to get past, like, a small equilibrium point here, and once I get to this point, you know, we can take off maybe 4% of Gertie's health per kind of Gertie phase here, and that will eventually culminate in me snagging a victory here. But Gertie does have a stupid amount of HP. That's why Gertie is kind of like a really great barometer for figuring out how close you are to being at, like, critical damage, like very good damage that you can do. Because if you can kill Gertie in, like, you know, 3 or 4 seconds, then you are doing a crazy amount of damage. Literally, probably, you know, 10 times as much damage as I'm doing right now. Which would be nice, and I am envious. And I wish that I was in that boat right now, but even without using any bombs, which is probably smart because I need these bombs to help me out later, we're good. And we're going to snag an HP upgrade, and this is really good because now we can actually get more value out of the hearts that drop when we play this Demon Judgment back here. So, we'll also, since we have a key, I don't necessarily want to go to the shop yet, but if we get to 15 cents, I may want to do that. Okay, so we didn't get paid out there, and that's okay. We'll check for our secret room. No such luck. Okay, well, that changes things a little bit. Maybe now I want to go to the item room. Although we could almost certainly find the secret room. I just wanted to pick up a little extra health first so I could come back and play Demon Judgment. Because Demon Judgment might be the #1 target for a reroll. It depends what he gives us. If he gives us anything, which is, you know, debatable for sure. Okay, I think we look for the secret room. Just to see if there are... You know, if there's an item or if there's money. Okay, so there is money, which is good. So this makes the shop probably a little bit more viable than the item room again. I am absolutely realistically expecting that greed could show up, and that's fine. We'll fight greed if that's the case, and we'll get a Steam sale or just money, and then that'll be okay. I am thinking that maybe at the end of this floor... Oh, we got the compass instead. That's actually amazing. I am thinking that, ooh, probably not get the Spirit Heart, but I'm glad that we have the money necessary in case. I wish there was a key in there, obviously. But we can use telepills at the end of the floor, and then presumably I will be able to, you know, 1 in 8 chance teleport to either the item room or... Well, the item room, I guess, is the only thing I want. Oh, are you serious? Please just give me some red hearts. I really do not want to spend Spirit Hearts on Demon Judgment, but I'm tempted now, and that's a bad position to be in. And there's no more red hearts available unless they're inside of that golden chest, and I don't have a key necessary to open that. And if I get a key, which I did, I would go to the item room, which is what I am going to do. So, still, you know, a pretty good floor, all things considered. What do we get here? Mom's Pad. That is the ultimate reroll, and it's a Forget-Me-Now. A lot of people are going to want me to take this, but I really can't justify getting rid of the D6. As much as the Forget-Me-Now can be fun... It probably wouldn't screw me forever. You know, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play this guy another 2 times. Holy shit. Okay, at least we got the payout on the pill. Because then what I was going to do is take the 5 cents and go down here and buy the Spirit Heart to compensate for it. So I paid 2 cents to upgrade. I paid 5 cents to turn that Spirit Heart into a Tears upgrade. Does that make any sense at all? I have no idea. We're going to telepills now. And this has taken me to the second secret room, which just has the Polaroid in it. So this floor a little bit, you know, less great in terms of its quality, but getting the compass is awesome. An extra Tears upgrade is cool. We also picked up an HP upgrade, which is, of course, probably of paramount importance, but we're still not quite where we need to be. Mostly, as you probably, you know, can reconcile from that Gertie fight, the real problem in my run right now is one of damage and health. And it seems like that shows up all the time. And you might be saying, well, then stop sacrificing your health to deals with the devil. Well, you know, flying is also an extraordinarily good upgrade. I should be able to go to this boss trap room, by the way, which is, you know, quite likely to snag me another HP upgrade. And I'm not concerned about this at all. We've been in harder situations than this and made it work for sure. Range upgrade is not necessarily what I wanted here, and in hindsight, I definitely should not have just picked it up. I should have gone back and re-rolled it. what can I say? It's still a little bit early in the morning over here, and I may have made a not-so-wise decision. That being said, Gertie was really the only enemy so far that has highlighted our lack of damage, and I'm sincerely hoping that we continue to do decent enough damage against enemies like Monstro, as you can see right here. But we are going to need, very soon, to improve... Really, I was just noticing, by the way, that the boss trap room on the Catacombs is exactly the same as the boss trap room on the basement part 2 that we had earlier. That's weird. I guess, you know, it's programmed, I suppose, or, you know, designed so that the boss trap room gives you 2 bosses from the pool of bosses on the last floor. I mean, it's always the same, but they're always, like, bosses that are a level below the ones that you're on, or physically a level above. But that's weird that you can get a boss trap room on the basement part 2 then. And so I'm glad we got it. I forget what we got. I guess it was Squeezy. And we're still rolling on those spirit hearts. Well, maybe technically not now that I've, you know, traded one for a Tears upgrade, but, you know, that's fitting, I guess. Ooh, okay. So the ability to fly was definitely a good pickup. The only thing maybe you could say that I would or should have done differently on that room, the first deal with the devil room, that is maybe I should have re-rolled everything and not picked up Spirit of the Night. Although it's so valuable to, you know, even for rooms like this, Spirit of the Night, I wouldn't necessarily say it pays for itself like this, because, you know, there's 2 completely different metrics at work here, but like money and health. But I do think it gets its value the sooner you get it. And, you know, I did manage to snag like 4 bombs as a result of it, too. I am a little nervous because we're on the Catacombs, and I don't have any way to replenish my health, and we haven't seen any red heart drops yet, and I really don't want to be on just 2 red heart containers. That's a very scary place to be. And we don't have any keys, so, you know, we've got good potential, but we really lack a few things that are more or less necessary as well. So obviously the thing that we're going to prioritize here is going to the boss room. If we could possibly snag another HP upgrade and give me the opportunity to trade with the deal with the devil again, sure, by all means, let's go shoot for the moon here, right? It's a little bit more money that maybe I can make good use of the shop with. Shop's been very good so far. If we get nothing else from the shop, which is absolutely plausible, then that's fine. We still got the compass, which is basically the shop item, unless you're looking for spacebar augmentations, which I'm really not yet, anyway. It would be nice, you know, to get a Nun's Habit or something. That would allow me a great many more rerolls, but it's not the end of the world if I don't get it. Now, again, we'll... At this point, I feel like maybe it's in our best interest to prioritize the item room and get as many rerolls on that as possible, because I do think, you know, we're playing with fire. Every time we go to the shop, it's eventually going to be greed. Or there's a chance that it's going to be greed every time we go to the shop. Not every time we go to the shop, it's eventually going to be greed. Like if we just hang out in the shop for 10 minutes, then he's going to show up. And that's a real problem if you only have 1 key. If you have multiple keys, by all means, go fight greed, have a party, get some money, curse his name in vain, and then, you know, leave. But if you only have 1 key, that can mean the difference between, you know, a very useful item if you go to the item room and maybe reroll it a couple times, or just a little bit of health lost and nothing else of value. So, I'm gonna, if I get a 2nd key, for sure I will go to the shop. There's a lot of rerolls I want to do here as well. The nail, okay. It would be interesting, but I'm not going to do it. Instead, Brimstone, I'm not going to do it. The only deal I probably would have taken there is Mom's Knife. Maybe, very, very unlikely would have taken the Pact, because it would have given me some extra spirit hearts as well. Let's check out our item room first. It's pills, okay. Could be good, could be bad. Tears upgrade is good, but we're going to look to reroll this in the future. And in terms of reroll priority, the bottle of pills is first because the range upgrade is a passive, which I can use to... I can use it without necessarily just leaving it on the floor back here, if that makes sense. Whereas the bottle of pills, if I don't re-roll it, then it's just gonna, you know, sit up here and be wasted forever. So it's probably best for me to re-roll that first, if we get another re-roll, which is to a certain extent up in the air like a George Clooney film right now. I should be able to find the secret room. It'd be egg on my face if the secret room had like greed in it already. I would be able to see that by way of the compass though, so I doubt it does. It looks like one more room is a reasonable possibility here. It's just a matter of whether or not it has enemies in it. Oh, of course we get golden keys after I've already used my key. And it's actually going to be 2 rooms, which is nice. Well, anyway, I shouldn't complain about the golden key. It's weird, like the golden key showing up makes me feel bad, but if I had just picked up another key, I probably would have been like ecstatic. because it would let me go to the shop, which we can do now. And if I look for the secret room, I should be able to find enough money to buy something from the shop, but I am assuming that we'll be fighting greed. Also, I can open this golden chest for free now, which is nice. Don't really need the lifesteal, I think. Okay, well, actually, there is no spoon. It's Isaac's fork. There is no greed in here. There's some money. There's a ladder, which obviously is not worth anything. And it's probably in my best interest to re-roll this back here quickly. Yeah, we'll see what's in the golden chest as well. HP upgrade would be nice. Ah, single penny. Okay. Yeah, I hope you understand where I'm going with this one, which is that I still think it's best to re-roll this. We almost certainly will not get to... Ooh, that's good. We almost certainly will not get to re-roll the ladder, and that sucks, but we also didn't pay anything to go into the shop, so that's all right. And I guess I should look for the secret room with 5 bombs. It's a reasonable value proposition, I think. There's a lot of possible opportunities for it to be here. I hope that there's an arcade at the end of this, but again, I would be able to see that on the compass, would I not? There's our secret room, which contains a slot machine, which I'll play once just for old time's sake and then walk out. I don't think it's worth using another bomb, hemorrhaging another bomb, if you will, to get that. Now, okay, so we've already been to the boss trap room. That was like where we started this run. And we got a range upgrade in there, did we not? We did. So it's going to be a very range-heavy run, which is not ideal. I will go back into the shop and look at it. I just want to see if maybe we get another reroll opportunity. Because if we do, and we get the 15 cents, which is actually now much more up in the air because we don't have the possibility of the secret room, the potential of the secret room, which in this case gave us like -1 cent and -1 bomb, but who's counting, right? Ooh, okay. Okay, well, we're definitely going to get enough money, and if I manage to get another reroll, which I will not, then we could have rerolled the ladder and maybe gotten something out of it. I don't know what I would have wanted, though. Blue candle is obviously, it's the go-to, like, would you take blue candle if you got it? Yeah, I don't know. I really like having the D6. Blue candle's fun. I skipped it last run, I think. Thank God we got that other key. That'll open up the next floor for us. Maybe there's another key I can buy in here? There's not. There's bombs and a spirit heart and a tarot card. Okay, we'll just leave then. I think this floor, again, turned out reasonably okay. We're going to snag 2 range upgrades, like a tears upgrade, an HP upgrade, and that's it. But enough money to buy 1 more item from the shop, and we got a key. And we're still, like, very much on the borderline of being able to make something wonderful happen on this run, which I hope that we will. Oh, we still have to deal with the devil in here as well. So now it's like, it's tempting to pick up Brimstone in this situation. And I actually think that I might. It's been forever since I took up Brimstone, and people are always like, do whatever you want, do whatever you want. Brimstone is not an overpowered item. It kind of gets pooped on for that. But now that I actually have a red heart to fall back on, I think Brimstone is probably a better play. Before, like, I didn't not take Brimstone before because I was concerned about comment or interaction. I think I take Brimstone so rarely, say with Mom's Knife, that whenever people were like, you always take Brimstone or Mom's Knife, I'm like, whatever. When they show up, sometimes I take them. Mom's Knife I almost always take, but it shows up so rarely now that it's not that big of a deal, I think. But I didn't take it because I was like, well, I can't afford to just roll on Spirit Hearts. That's going to be a terrible situation for me. Brimstone is not going to be amazing for me because my damage is so low right now. As you can see. But the thing that makes this really beneficial is that I can hide out over these rocks, and obviously the range upgrades I picked up are now borderline useless, but I can hide out over these rocks and then just fire in and get like some seriously great crowd control. Now, obviously, the #1 thing that I want right now, well, 2 #1 things that I want right now are health and damage. This is a weird one. I think I'm not gonna come in here yet. And then I'm going to come up here to the item room, and we'll talk about rerolls in a second. I'm very lucky that I can't be hit here, because it is going to take me like 2 or 3 brimstones to destroy each of these guys. Looks like 2 full brimstones. So this is not... I mean, I did expect to be doing a little bit more damage than this with brimstone, but the main benefit here is kind of like the ability for me to just hide in the corner and make it happen. Okay, the relic is a big play. Since I don't have another key yet, I will come down here, and I think I'm going to reroll Poison Touch, in all honesty. 10 extra bombs I don't think is particularly worth it. The reason I'm rerolling it is because there's a really good combination of items in the mob trap room pool, if I remember correctly. You know, we could get a 1-up or an Ankh or something like that. Poison Touch might even be more valuable than that. I don't know why... Oh, there actually is music. It's just very, very quiet. I thought there was no music. Now, there's no greed in the shop. which is very nice. I don't know what kind of mini-boss we're going to fight. That could be Greed in the secret room. I wouldn't know because I don't have the map, which would maybe be my #1 pickup from the shop. Although at this point, you know, Blue Candle might be viable as well. Brimstone really highlights how poor my damage is right now. Sure, we'll take another luck upgrade. And once we get another reroll, we'll come back there and reroll that. Ooh, careful here. We'll come back there and reroll the. That is definitely going to be Greed, by the way, in the secret room. We'll reroll the mob trap room, and then we'll stop completely stuttering over our own dialogue here, and hopefully we will be able to pick up something that's a little bit better than 10 bombs. 10 bombs not horrible, but you know, if this is going to be my reroll pedestal, then I'm okay with it. And you know, I could have saved rerolls for other rooms, but we don't have the key to get into the shop, and the relic is so good. Teleport, not good enough at all. So let's come into the room next to the shop, and I am assuming that maybe we'll be able to snag a key drop here. Probably a little unlikely, but... And by the way, this is like my least favorite fucking room to come across. I hate dealing with these enemies. I'm lucky that I can fly. If I couldn't fly, this layout is like absolutely terrible from a geography standpoint. It makes it so difficult to dodge and hit enemies. Did the Greedhead just free that fly from his coprological prison? I don't know if that's the correct word there, but I used it nonetheless. You know what I mean. We did not get a key, but the relic should start dropping spirit hearts very, very soon. And we need some more HP upgrades too, but that much should be, you know, borderline obvious depending on your level of Isaac aptitude and how many of these episodes you've watched. 1 HP is probably not going to be enough to carry us through, unless I do manage to snag... Oh, we're only on Necropolis 1, so I actually could bum rush the boss room here, which is probably smarter. But unless I do manage to snag a Guppy's Paw, but I still need HP to make Guppy's Paw worth it. You gotta do like a value proposition to some extent. This is not the right way. Good. Like with Guppy's Paw, is it worth using Guppy's Paw to get 3 spirit hearts for 1 red heart container? I don't know. It's definitely worth using Guppy's Paw to turn like 6 red heart containers into 18 spirit hearts. That's amazing, but I think there are quantities that are too small for Guppy's Paw to be worth it. And so, like, I would probably rather have... let's say I walk into a deal with the Devil Room and I have 2 red heart containers and Guppy's Paw shows up and it's offering me that for 1 of them. I would rather have... okay, we'll go back and reroll. I would rather have 2 red heart containers than 3 spirit hearts, if that makes sense. Maybe that's the conversion rate for me. And that's because, you know, red hearts you can replenish via dropped red heart consumables. As you can see, there's like 20 of them already here on this level, whereas spirit hearts are typically much more rare. It's a speed upgrade, but we're not going to have any more rerolls. So, in hindsight, certainly it would have been in my best interest. You know what? Let's teleport out of here. Good, we did not get an I Am Error room. In hindsight, it definitely would have been better for me to take Poison Touch, but, you know, who dares loses sometimes, but only sometimes. Now, do I want to fight Greed? I'm tempted for the money, I guess, but I guess that's not that big of a deal. It might be better for me to just go fight in that room at the top and then fight the boss, and then I'll have a reroll available. First things first, though. Hey, that was a very good room right there. I like that a lot. We still got the Mob Trap room music, which is A-okay by me. You know, it's a wild tune. I like it. It gets you in the mood. It's like a, you know, some Nick Cave or something. I forgot the name of Nick Cave's side project. And actually, we did just earn a key here. So I will be able to go back and check out our shop. And I'm thinking we won't do that yet. What I will do is earn the D6 first, and then we'll go back, because I don't want to backtrack like 4 times if it's not totally necessary. Okay, Mask of Infamy means... Like, no matter what you think about Brimstone, having Mask of Infamy on this fight, and I'm not Brim Snapping, by the way, I feel the need to point that out every single time. If I was Brim Snapping, you would expect me to probably do more damage than this. It's still going to be a marathon fight here, I think. This makes the Brimstone pickup worthwhile, no fucking questions asked. Like, otherwise, I would probably, almost certainly lose on this fight. Because Mask of Infamy is such a pain in the dick unless you have shots that are piercing or incredibly high damage or a ton of bombs, preferably homing bombs. But if you have Brimstone or Mom's Knife or just regular old piercing shots, which are probably the rarest of all those, actually, then your life is going to be a lot easier. You know, we're still going to have a war of attrition here, but This is definitely the better way to go about this fight, as opposed to just hitting him in the face over and over, hoping that some of your bombs turn out. And we actually did earn a deal with the devil here. And that's Demon Baby and Bloody Lust, which we'll reroll. I can't resist Mom's Knife, even though it's going to put us in debt. I know that this is a scary situation for us. Is the Hierophant our card? That would be, okay, the Hanged Man for like the 6th time. I could reasonably die in one room. I'm hoping that our shop contains a Spirit Heart, and I don't get hit by those blue spikes. That was scary. And now at this point, I would absolutely basically have to go with the Book of Revelations, but as scary as this sounds, or as scary as this looks right now, and perhaps rightfully so, there is a pretty good chance that I can still pull this out. That Spirit Heart is very, very important. Bum Friend is not. This is a luck upgrade. I don't know. That causes an increased chance that consumables drop. That Spirit Heart is goddamn essential, as you might expect. But why do I sound reasonably confident? Entirely because of the Relic. By way of the Relic, we can get 1 Spirit Heart every 4 rooms. So I'm going to have to play very, very well. Don't get me wrong. But our damage should be solved now. And it's just a matter of not taking damage. So this is very much like, this is the glass cannon run here. We're not doing that much damage, but we still are a glass cannon because we have so little HP, and damage is our strong suit for sure. So this is what happens sometimes when you play aggressively. We're going to be in a tough spot here, and we are on Necropolis. There's lots of enemies on Necropolis that unfortunately deal 1 whole damage in a single hit, so we're still not totally safe yet, even for a brief period of time. These guys are not one of them, I think, but, you know, green bomb throwers and stuff like that are. And this is what I like to offer these runs as kind of a counterpoint to people who are like, when you take Mom's Knife, it's boring, it's an automatic victory. Well, this is basically like we've created our own challenge run on the fly here. I do not think that this is an automatic victory by any stretch of the imagination. Now, don't get hit by an exploding bomb from one of these dudes. One of these douches, more like. Let's take care of this man first. And, you know, the fly is annoying for sure. Oh! Get out of there. Okay. Please, Relic. Now would be a good time for you to come through in the clutch. Or, okay, I was hoping that was a Spirit Heart, obviously. Poison Bombs. We will reroll. Tarot cards. Could save my life briefly. Are you kidding me? I mean, this is not the reason I'm losing, but it certainly isn't helping. And it's amazing, you know, how quickly my prospects change from amazing to terrible. But keep in mind, I did just lose half of my HP. Alright, so I have a good feeling about this room, believe it or not. Just gotta snipe these dudes one by one. It's like doing a stealth sequence in Dishonored or something. Almost got hit there, for sure. Now, we just need to survive long enough for the Relic to pay out. This is supposed to be the scariest part of the run. There we go. Relic is paid out, so we live a little longer. This guy will die very shortly. Okay, I really can't afford to lose HP quickly after getting it. Like, I have to survive at least long enough to have half of my health remaining to at least bank. We'll come back here to our item room. I don't even know what I'm hoping that the item room gives me. I guess the miter is the big one. It's not going to give me the nail. It's not going to give me Book of Revelations. I don't think it's going to give me Crystal Ball, so Anarchist Cookbook is probably, you know, pretty low on the list of items I was suggesting there, but I'll take it nonetheless, I suppose. Or, well, you know, I'd take it and put it down. I'm just going to take a sip of my coffee here. And this is the moment of truth. Remember when I said, you know, we've had runs that have been more harrowing than this? This is now probably on par. Okay, so I've lost half of the health that I gained, but this is fine as long as we don't lose any more until we get the next Relic charge. My goal is going to be to bank half as much of the health that I gain as possible. You know, put it in a compound interest savings account. That'll be good for business. And, you know, if I can pick up a few Spirit Hearts per room consistently, and that's the hard part because it's going to be especially difficult to do that once I get into the later game, then that's going to be good for me because I'll be able to pick up, you know, maybe 10 Spirit Hearts by the time we get to Isaac, and then by the time you get to Isaac, you got Polaroid, so you've got Polaroid invincibility. Maybe you picked up some other items along the way. It's a big maybe, I suppose. And we'll see what we've got in here. Okay, these guys, I believe, do 1 full heart of damage each as well. So I do have to be cautious for sure. But that'll do it. Okay, we got to reroll again. Umbilical cord, not really what I'm looking for. I am looking for a key so I can go to that shop. And we'll reroll this. And X-ray goggles. Yes, I'm not thrilled But I do think that X-ray goggles, just checking to see if the secret room's right there. I do think X-ray goggles could possibly get me an Ankh or a 1-up, which is what I'm principally hoping for. They also did just open up another reroll pedestal, so I can use that effectively, maybe. Like by getting another reroll pedestal, I can maybe get an Ankh or a 1-up, etc., etc. It's still very much a scary run that we've got going on here, but we're going to try to unscary it as soon as possible. It's not easy. No. Okay, that was actually really good, and there's our Spirit Heart bank. So it actually, we did manage to bank about half as much of the health as we got. Actually, not even about. We literally half as much as we earned. We earned 1 Spirit Heart, and I took another half with me there. So, just be a little cautious. That's fine. The Joker card is an interesting prospect. That is Skeleton Key. I absolutely have to take this. And then I kind of want to, like, Joker card out of here. But I think I'll be fine. And I don't want to take a deal with the devil. I would take a deal with the angel, but that's unlikely to happen. I don't think we can... Oh, there could be a possibility for a deal with the devil spawn here, but it's unlikely to work. So if we get a, 10 HP upgrades or something, then maybe this Joker card would be worthwhile. Or if, we'll try it regardless, because it's possible we'll fight Krampus as well, and, getting a lump of coal would be fine. Can I just not kill this enemy? Thank you. Getting lump of coal would be fine. Not particularly, not a coup, really, but it would be something. And I'm starting to, feel like everything's coming up Millhouse. Obviously, the faster we got this Skeleton Key, the better it would be. Or if we had gotten this faster, it would have been better, to put it in terms that someone who is a real person would actually say. What do we have in here now? The Ankh. Absolutely have to take it in this situation. Pretty much a no-brainer. Not going to go to the arcade. In fact, I may just get ready to leave this floor. But I kind of want to go to every room available that has enemies in it, so we can get a higher chance of our relic paying out. Okay, actually, the fortune teller is exceptionally important here. I don't know why I've suddenly developed a, speech impediment. Map, fantastic. That is a telepills, so I don't necessarily want that. But we're going to spend, money, basically, getting as many Spirit Hearts as possible. We have to watch out for trinkets, obviously. We don't really have to watch out for trinkets, because it doesn't matter what we take into the mom fight. We just have the tick to watch out for. Spirit Hearts, please. Or Crystal Ball. Crystal Ball would be very nice as well to give me some more Spirit Hearts, and then I would be pretty likely that we were going to pull this out. So Liberty Cap's good. It's fine anyway. We're not going to be able to take it with us, so, I assumed Lucky Toe might lead to some better outcomes here, but apparently not. Judgment? Judgment's an interesting one. Sure, I mean, we don't have any money, so I guess I'll take the Judgment card out of this floor and save it, and maybe try to use it on the Womb Part 1 when I have money again, because I need to get Spirit Hearts right now, that's the thing. Okay, nothing. So, oh, we did get 1 Spirit Heart. That's actually pretty important. So I'm thinking we'll use the Joker card, and then we'll come back, and, sure, we could get the Whore of Babylon. I think that would be a very dumb decision. Then we'll come back, and we'll get the Judgment card, and I'll use the Judgment card, on the next floor if there's a deal with the devil. Actually, the way I probably... you can't do that, though. I was like, I should use the Joker card, and then... take the Judgment card into the deal with the devil, but I can't do that because, you can't carry 2 cards simultaneously. So, we'll go left here, and there are a few rooms left, enough to probably give me another charge on my... Oh, be very cautious here. Enough to probably give me a charge on my relic, which is the most important thing in the world to me right now. I've got to get the nickel. Luckily, the nickel is the easiest one of those to get. Because that gives me, again, a substantially increased chance of being able to make this Judgment card worth it later. And a free deal with the devil at this point could be very, very important, depending on what it is. I don't even know. If the nail showed up again, now I might be totally okay with it. But I think we've managed to plan this run. We got very, very... I'm not even going to take it. I can't justify taking it in case we lose a Spirit Heart. But we got very, very close to death, don't get me wrong. And we're not going to get another Spirit Heart charge. And we're not through it yet, but we could get through it. And that's kind of scary and awesome, and I like it. So we have one more room down here with enemies. Oh, it's a Demon Judgment. But a Tinted Rock. We haven't seen those in a long time. It's been a very long run so far. And I think we're due for another Spirit Heart, quite frankly. So I'm fully expecting to take some damage on the mom fight. That's just, smart thinking, really. I mean, taking damage is not smart thinking, but, you know, realistically preparing yourself for the possibility that you might take damage is pretty bright, I think. Although we are doing a nice bit of damage there. And we may actually be able to make it through this without getting hit. It's still kind of a long shot, I think, because the spiders, they jump so erratically when there's so many of them, it's hard to tell. Okay, so we're going to take the Polaroid with us. We did not get hit. I'm going to totally reroll Pageant Boy, even though I talked about making this Judgment card work. That's more important, I think, even though we lose permanent Polaroid invincibility. Actually, maybe that was a terrible idea, but maybe we'll be able to get rid of it at some point anyway. Cool, down to the next floor. Well, ideally now, this makes the possibility of a blood bank that much more important, right? Because, or not a blood bank, sorry, a deal with the devil. Because we can trade our health, get permanent Polaroid invincibility. Oh, that was dumb. Wait, my health is gone again. So, never mind, I guess. We managed to come out ahead regardless. I'm not sure what my HP upgrade had going on there, but that's okay. Maybe it was just a temporary HP upgrade. Maybe it was like an Eternal Heart or something. That is unusual, but I'm not concerned about it. I think that's happened to us once before, but this time it's substantially less deleterious 100%, which sounds like a great name for a rapper. Deleterious 100%. Or it sounds like that name from that Key and Peele sketch about, like, East-West College Bowl. Okay, so this is exactly what we wanted. We'll pop down this Judgment card and see what he pays out with. It is the Pact. That's awesome. I guess we'll reroll the speed upgrade because I don't want to take any of these. And the speed upgrade, not that valuable. So we got super bandage. Sure, let's see how this works out for us. On the next floor, will we have health? Yes. If I get hit, will it take away the red heart? I have no idea. I think maybe, because remember, I've mentioned and people have told me that, you know, when you take a deal with the devil, you don't have enough hearts for it. It puts you in debt to the devil. Well, maybe that's what happened, and that's why he took my red heart as soon as it's weird. I don't know how many times I've seen that. It's a rarity for sure. But it's fine either way, even if we don't get permanent Polaroid invincibility. Look how quickly we've turned this around. And you might be saying, well, you definitely like should not have taken super bandage then if you wanted permanent Polaroid invincibility. And you may indeed be right, but I think it was worth it for the extra spirit heart. And if we're gonna, you know, get some more health, then it's even better because we do have this eternal heart now. And we have the 2 of hearts, which is meaningless, but anyway. Getting the Pact was also awesome, of course. I didn't really lampshade that too much. But look at how quickly we've gone from half of a spirit heart all the way up to 2 full red heart, well, 1 and a little bit red heart containers, as well as like 7 spirit hearts. This is obviously the Mom's Heart boss fight, and then we'll be going up against Isaac on the Cathedral. A fight that I don't expect to be as difficult as it sometimes is, but probably the most difficult fight we've had recently. Pact gives us enough extra damage to make Mom's Knife feel especially valuable. I think we're going to pull this out, quite honestly. It depends how the next few floors go. That's obvious, but this just goes a little further to show you that I really believe that aggressive play is like the way to do it. This is our second secret room here. Okay, that's not really worth anything. Like, aggressive play seems to be something that absolutely pays dividends quite frequently. I went way too aggressive by my standards on this run and still managed to pull out. It was a comfortable. Okay, we haven't won yet. It's a comfortable situation right now. It wasn't always comfortable, but it is comfortable right now, and that's all that matters. If it's comfortable in the end, then that's okay. As long as it's not like some kind of morose, like Morrissey style of comfort, and it's actually, you know, like a lazy boy, not just a coffin. We have our secret room, which just has money, and we're very close to getting to our boss room here. Gotta watch out for these bum flies. You noticed I didn't call them bomb flies. I have no respect for them, so I called them bum flies instead, which is weird, because I have respect for butts, you know. Someone works hard on their butt. That's cool, man. You gotta give them kudos where kudos is due. What is this, Project Gotham Racing? Please. Okay, why would I just run into him there? That was the dumbest. Maybe I felt bad for the game briefly. There we go. He's dead, and we have a pill that we don't know what it does. It feels like a health upgrade to me, but I can't risk it. So, on to the Isaac boss fight. And we're going to be a little cautious here. I'm going to do some semicircular dodging. I do not have a full suite of orbitals. I have Guardian Angel plus a single level cube of meat. Can't believe we didn't pick up at least a second level cube of meat at some point. And again, same as the mom fight, I fully expect to find myself taking damage over the course of this. I think that is just it's a smart thing to conceptualize so you're not disappointed when it happens. I would say the vast majority of Isaac fights have you taking damage at some point, no matter how strong you are. That's been 3 hits, which is, oh, that's 4, I think now. Now I'm getting a little concerned. Maybe we won't be able to make it through the chest here because we're just so low on health, but we do have a D6 plus more than enough keys to open every chest and, you know, blow up every slot machine that we come across. Are you kidding me? This guy didn't die? Okay, I just wanted to hit him before he shot again. So 5, it's looking, 5 health. Might not be quite enough to take out Blue Baby, so we are going to be looking for some more Spirit Hearts. This was kind of a sloppy floor, but it's all going to come down to the wire here. This is going to be interesting, so let's see what we get for items. Obviously, I can get rid of the D6 at some point. Mom's Bra is so good if you actually have, well, we should, like, pick these up and swap them at least. Mom's Bra is so good if you have something that allows you to get multiple charges for it on the same fight. And truth be told, it's actually, oh my god, completely theoretically possible that Mom's Bra is the right play here, even though it's a bad item, like, throughout the entire game for the most part. I mean, there's better spacebar items, let's put it that way. But I think it's completely plausible that Mom's Bra is actually the right pickup here, so I'm gonna have to think about my rerolls. I don't know why I just went into this room. Like, I could have rerolled, right? I guess I'm just taking some time to think. How do I want to play this? Do I really want to take Mom's Bra? But I can't take Mom's Bra because then I can't reroll the other 3 items, right? If I pick up Mom's Bra, I can't reroll everything but Mom's Bra. I think we reroll everything and we see what we get. Okay, so the Rosary is pretty important. Lard is pretty important. We might as well pick up the... Oh, I forgot that I couldn't put that back down. Alright, so now we just have a speed upgrade. That's a little unfortunate. But the extra HP that I picked up... Okay, let's just leave for a second. Okay, never mind. Let's come back. The extra HP that I gain is going to be worth a lot. Will it be worth enough? That is actually absolutely possible, I think. So that's a pretty good reroll. This is like the ideal Monstro 2 room. And actually, you might think leaving didn't accomplish anything for me there. It actually did, because it turned one of the champions into not a champion. And then we just walk through this room. Easy enough. And I could go back and reroll that speed upgrade, or I could not, and I don't think it'll have a monumental impact on things. The more health we can get, obviously, the better, just in the form of red hearts, because I was missing some of those. How was I missing? Oh, Lard doesn't give you full health. That's fine. Another Spirit Heart. I think we're just going to go straight to the boss room, quite honestly, and I think we're going to be able to pull this out. Just one reroll took me from a little bit of despair, or at least the idea of despair, into a much more successful position. So let's see if I can make this work. 2 of Hearts card is going to be exceptionally valuable here. Let's be a little less zany and just try to focus on, you know, standard Isaac play here, Blue Baby play. Just dodging effectively. So far, so bad. Should drop some homing bombs in here. Smoke them if you got them. I don't know what that phrase means, but masculine men say it all the time, so I wanted to emulate them. Okay, that homing bomb didn't necessarily home in on who I wanted it to, but I think we're going to win this. And that is pretty surprising to me, based on how things looked for a little while. There were times when I maybe feigned a little bit of confidence so people didn't get anxious, you know? It was like being the leader of a surviving group of people in an apocalyptic situation. I was like, oh, don't worry, they'll find a cure for the disease someday. In the back of my head, I'm like, oh, we fucked. But no, we're actually going to make this through this, and much to my surprise, that's what I get for being optimistic and incredibly aggressive, I guess, in this situation. It ended up working out quite nicely for us. As always, if you enjoyed the episode, make sure to click the like button. It does help me out a lot, and it shows your support for the series. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more Daily Isaac. And of course, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.